Thank you for joining. Feeling Elfish. Today I'm here with the owners of Spread the Loaves, and I'm very excited. I appreciate you guys making time to chat with us a little bit.
Of
Uh,
course.
I was just telling you before, I'll say it again. Like I feel like Spread the Loaves in the hierarchy, not that there's a hierarchy, but like of the beloved businesses in Helotes, and there aren't many. Spread the Loaves is up there. Like the story, the community participation, the excitement around what you guys do is palpable. So thank you guys for making time.
Yeah,
Of
thank you
course.
so
Thanks
much.
for being here.
And maybe I'll turn it over to you guys first, just to kind of give me background. Like I know we're sitting here in 2026, but a lot of times people see where businesses are and they think,
Yeah,
oh, that's great, but they didn't see the brutal risks you took or the sleepless nights or the
hmm
stress that got here. So maybe just a little background where you're from,
for
whatever you
sure.
want to share, and then we'll maybe start with you, Sophie. Yeah.
Awesome. I'll start. So I was a military wife, traveled a lot or moved around a lot, and because of that, my career aspirations were always kind of put on the back burner. And so when we moved here, actually in 2019, I was in the process of applying for grad schools in St. Louis, on the wait list at St. Louis University, and then we got orders here. So, in a desperate attempt at finding some sort of thing to cling to while I settled into our new home, I decided baking bread would be my New Year's resolution for 2020. And then COVID happened. And so I really clung to baking bread as just some sort of normalcy in my day while I was trying to navigate, distance learning with my kids
Oh,
and trying to make sure my, at the time, eighth grade daughter was not, was thriving as well as she could in a new place and doing school from home. So I really just fell in love with it. And then after that winter storm that we had in 2021, I had a lot of flour, and my neighbors were talking about how they couldn't find groceries. One neighbor in particular said that her toddler son only ate peanut butter sandwiches and she couldn't find bread. And I was like, well, I have a lot of flour and I can make bread. So I ended up making like dozens of loaves of sandwich bread to give to my neighborhood, my husband's coworkers, just anybody who needed bread. And it was really beautiful. People bartered, I got eggs, I got yeast, I got salt. Like people wanted to give me money, and I was like, no, it's fine. Like just help, whatever. Um, it was really beautiful, and it also like helped me realize that I enjoyed baking more than two loaves at a time. There's just something about like having to manage the timing of the dough and the timing of the oven and the proof, and it just kind of clicks in my brain, and I really like that organization. And so I looked up what I needed to do to start a business from home. In Texas, there's cottage food laws. As long as the food that you're selling is shelf stable, basically, and it's labeled properly and stuff, you can sell it from your home. So I started like a few weeks later, just selling bread to order. And then I did my first market about a month after that, and it was Helotes Market Days. And I was set up right in front of that little cottage thrift store. And said, well, I really like markets more than trying to get people to order. And so I just went from there. I did markets for a long time. I had a brief stint in a commercial kitchen, which is where I met Justin.
okay.
Mhm.
He worked at the time for my landlord there. And then yeah, you can take it from there, I guess.
You want to talk about the bakery?
Well, I mean, yeah, but
Okay.
from there,
Okay.
so we met at Los Patios,
Mhm.
and then
That's the commercial mention.
yeah, it was like a shared commercial kitchen.
Mhm.
And so you want to talk about your background a little bit?
And then we'll continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's open up all of it. I already have like a dozen questions just one.
I love it.
So I'm born and raised San Antonio. My background's in music, and I went to school for business.
Okay.
But while I was doing that, I've never been one to really sit still, and I was like, I don't think I can do this. I've always been interested in cooking, so I decided to check out culinary school. And so did that, and then I had to do an externship, and I had an opportunity to do it at the cooking school at Central Market, and I fell in love with teaching. So from that point on, I taught for 20 years between recreationally, collegiate, and nonprofit. Taught at the food bank, the Art Institute while it was here in Central Market. So teaching's always been my passion. In fact, there's a lot of local chefs right now that were my students back in the day, which is really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, it gives me so much pleasure to know that. It's very cool. So taught for quite a while and also worked in different restaurants here and there. One of my favorites was out at McInerney's out in Tarpley. I don't know if you ever heard of it. They were on diners, drive-ins.
It sounds great.
New,
Yeah, it sounds like I did go on the
it's
road
awesome.
trip. It sounds like yeah.
New owners, but it's a fantastic place. So I love working out there. And then I was teaching at the food bank and working for, she was talking about the landlord and working with him. And in 24 of May, I got sick and got diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and it took me out for 2 years. And so those 2 years I was going nuts and
22.
trying. 22 was it 22? Oh, 22. Sorry, 22. Sorry.
It all
You're
goes
good.
together,
It's
honestly.
confused. I know. That's why I was like, let's just do the timeline because I feel like if we bounce back and forth, you're
It's
good.
March of
Yeah,
2020.
yeah.
It's like there's been a day and
Uh-huh.
100
Yeah,
years.
no,
Yeah,
It's
for
been
real.
100
no
years.
joke, no
So
joke.
we met in like summer to fall 2021.
Right.
And then in like later that year, early 22, he
Mhm.
got
Yeah,
really
I
sick.
got really sick.
Yeah.
And then, so I was getting better and I was ready. I was volunteering doing stuff. I was like, I need to do something. And she reached out looking for help right after she opened the brick and mortar.
Okay.
And that was
Yeah,
the
and
end of, that's the beginning of the fun story.
right. So I opened the brick and mortar because by the end of 2023, I was doing 3 markets a week from my home. So I left that commercial kitchen shortly after he got sick. Just the vibes were off and it was not a good space anymore. And it was so far from my house. The commute was awful.
Yeah.
So I moved my business back home and I was doing 2 to 3 farmers markets a week from my house, which for those, because of my setup and the limitations in a home bakery, I was baking for like 20 hours.
Oof.
And then I would go in this Texas heat and sell it all. And then go home and one day a week bake for the next market. Like it was awful. And so I was at this point where I knew that I either needed to slow down, maybe do 1 market a week, maybe try and pivot into another revenue stream like teaching. I thought about trying to teach classes, or I'm a writer by like schooling, so I was like, I can write a book, and I don't know, or I need to take the next step
Write a
because
book on
clearly,
baking?
yeah, or my story,
Oh,
like
okay.
basically, yeah. Um, so clearly, like something needed to change. I was feeling incredibly burnt out and really limited by my setup. I was having coffee with a friend out at the Craft Mug, and Keith, works over there,
Yeah.
he said that our first building was going to be available soon. And I said, what? It's adorable. And I think I can I think I can do this.
Sure.
My first market was market days.
Yeah.
My first market was market days. Market days was always my busiest market, and I had so many customers that would only come see me at market days. They would never come see me all over the city, no matter how hard I tried to get them to leave this adorable bubble. So I knew I had a customer base kind of built in. It's less than a mile from where my booth was, and I would sell out before noon every day there. So I thought, if I'm going to do this anywhere, it needs to be where I know I have success. So I did it, and I looked at it as doing 4 markets a week, and I thought I could do it myself alone. That's a common frame in my life. Is that I can do it. It's fine. No worries. I don't need anybody. But I very quickly was in over my head. I did some soft opens to, like, I would open with Gwen, who's just one of our cashiers, and I would open for a Saturday. We would open the doors, and I would take the cash and buy a fridge. Like, I didn't have any money saved up for this. Like, it was very
Sorry.
like
Good for you.
I got
love
a
that.
very small loan from Launch SA. It was like $8,000, I think. And I really I would open, and whatever I made that day, we would buy some piece of equipment to try to make it keep up with demand, because the demand was huge. So when we finally opened for good in the middle of March, I was working like 16, 18-hour days and leaving without finishing everything. And I didn't even have a dishwasher. Like it was me and 2 cashiers. and it was awful. I only had one bread oven and I had a convection oven, and it was just we just could not keep up.
Bread ovens are different than convection ovens.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course, I
Yeah,
did that. I'm just
Just to show you.
that's a joke.
Yeah.
They've got a stone
Would've thought.
bottom on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I could bake
All right.
9 loaves at once.
Okay.
And there was demand for like 80
I mean,
to 100.
for sure.
So it was awful. So I put out feelers that I was looking for an assistant. Like I really just wanted someone to weigh things for me and to help me wash dishes. And Justin messaged me. And I think
Well, when I saw she was in Helotes, I was like, okay.
yeah, and I think I saw his message like while I was there baking or something, because we had messaged like at night or something. I can't remember. And so I was like, oh my God, please just come help me. And I knew he was sick. And so I was like, he had said he didn't know his limitations. And I was like, just sit there and tell me how to be more efficient, because I don't have a lot of professional kitchen experience. I have bread experience, but I'm self-taught. I don't know how to run a restaurant or how to run a bakery. So I was just really winging it, and hoping for the best. So Justin
You're
came
doing
on
great.
again. Thank you.
From the outside, it did look like big. I mean, you can tell you're working hard, but it seemed like you absolutely knew what you were doing.
Yeah, well, thank you.
It seemed like that's Sophie. She's going places.
Appreciate it.
Drinking coffee out there. Like, yeah, no, she's sports my heart.
Yeah.
She's doing it. Yeah.
Inside, I was dying. No, panicking a lot. Still do most days, but
Yeah.
but Justin came on in April, because I think it was like the week of my birthday, and just immediately was like, why aren't we making sandwiches? Why aren't we, we have cinnamon rolls left over, let's make bread pudding. And I'm like, I don't even think about these things. Like, it's just not really in my experience. And I think we had like a TV spot like shortly after you joined, and I was like spiraling about the logistics because they wanted me to show them how to make bread, and I was like, you know, Justin was like, I got it, and just immediately took things off my plate and like really stepped in and was exactly what I needed to get through those years. So yeah, it's fun.
I was just ready to have some fun.
Yeah.
I was stuck at home for 2 years.
Yeah.
So, but no, we've had a good time for sure.
Yeah.
That's nice when it just comes together too, like that.
For sure.
Connections. I've found in my business that it is very hard to like I struggle with the same things. Like, all right, that's great. This worked. Well, you're always just taking risks. You're always just doing things.
For sure.
You got to do something. The one thing you got to control is output of effort. So
Mhm.
what do I do next? And there's a million options. There's a million things you could do.
Yeah.
What should you do?
Yeah.
And I found it's kind of hard. Like the next phase of my business, like how do I see like, do I hire or do I like that? There's something. So it's nice to see when it's not. I believe in my core, like it'll happen when it's meant to happen. Well, like
Yeah.
just for anybody
For
else.
sure.
But that's nice to see that worked out, or had worked out.
All right.
So we're sitting in a brand new bakery.
Yeah.
It looks
Which happened to just work out as well.
Yeah.
But there is talk about. Well, I've heard rumors about this building stuff. Right? You got
Yeah.
maybe who knows? You're a small town. You hear rumors about all the buildings, all this.
Yeah.
Right. So you never know. But when I
Yeah.
heard like it might actually, like it seemed
Yeah.
like they just did like that. This makes perfect sense right
Yeah.
here. You just move over here, and it almost looks like this is what it was meant to be.
Thank you.
Right?
I appreciate it.
So what? You got more space.
Yeah. I think that's why we were able to get it, is because I think our landlords knew we needed more space. We were dying over there. Not dying, but
It was very, we were limited.
very limited. Our capacity was so limited over there, mostly because there was really only space for 2 bakers to work at a time. And we really need more space. You can add more refrigeration. Everything
Yeah.
we do is at least a 2-day process. So it stays in a fridge or a freezer overnight, minimum 1 night. So it was really tight over
Yeah.
there.
Maxing out the fridge space.
Yeah, every day. It was crazy.
How? And I don't know. I'm sorry.
Well, you're good.
How is everything sourdough based? That's probably silly.
Not every.
Most of the
day.
thing, yeah. Everything that goes on those bread racks is sourdough leavened. So some of the things like cookies don't require yeast, so we don't put sourdough in them, if that makes sense. Our pastries, we use brioche, and if we leaven that with sourdough starter, it'd be more dense. And we really prefer like a light, fluffy brioche. for like our cinnamon rolls,
Sure.
stuff like
Yeah.
that, the kolaches. So instead of using sourdough starter, we do an overnight ferment on it. So it's still
Okay.
a little bit of yeast, like instant yeast, but it still gets a long, slow fermentation instead of like rushing it.
Yeah. And you don't get the same fermentation and stuff like you would in sourdough bread that you would in cinnamon roll dough. Completely different
Yeah.
how it behaves.
So we choose to use sourdough for, obviously our loaves are always sourdough, 100%. There's no cheats or shortcuts with that. Our focaccia. And then usually whatever the daily special is either 100% sourdough or primarily sourdough with a pinch of yeast to make it fluffy. Like the challah, we add a little bit of yeast to that just to help boost it up.
I feel like I'm actually.
Just says a lot. So
Of course. Yes. The rising. I don't know. Is it? I feel like there's like I'm all on the cusp, like the cusp of a lot of red facts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
So why? I don't know about. I'm not sure to take ownership in that right now.
Okay.
So like I go to the store. Actually, I'm gonna go. My wife goes to the store. She buys bread and she helps because she started making sourdough.
Yeah.
And but she pretty much, it's wonderful. I love it. It's the best bread. Jill listen, and I love it. But it's just your loaf.
Yeah.
Beyond that, it's maybe they'll add jalapeno or cheese, but it's pretty much a loaf. Like,
Mhm.
where do the other ideas come from? Like, we can do so many things with this Easter, with this type of bread. Like, where does the creativity of bread making come from? I guess kind of question.
Yeah. I think Justin and I work really well together because we are both very creative individuals. I think that it's also gives us sort of the reputation that we have as a small business. We're always doing new things and trying and baking seasonally. I think a lot of the things that we do are rooted in tradition. Like the book that I used to teach myself how to bake bread is right here. We just ordered a bunch to offer because it's just a wealth of resources. But a lot of the breads that we make are just traditional breads that you would find in like a European bakery that I grew up going to, so
I know we just put our own little twist on them.
yeah.
That's been, well, I wouldn't say it's difficult for me, but different world for me because I come more from the culinary savory side, not the baking side. Sure, where baking's a lot more of a science, but once you get it down, then we're able to play around with it. So
So my wife was always like, if I have salad, sourdough bread, not bread, just do you have the ingredients? So then
Yeah.
yeah.
she gets all fired up. Like, I don't even know one.
Yeah.
I guess flour. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
But it does seem like the ingredients obviously lead to a better output.
Mhm.
Oh, it's just good to see. It's good to see people just doing things like it should be, not just
Yeah.
fried bread. Just here's your loaf. Oh, I mean, it's good. Like it's just there's an
For sure.
experience that comes with it.
Yeah. And she still hand mixes all the sourdough.
I do. Yeah.
It's all
feel
mixed
like-
by hand.
I feel like that matters.
It
I got
does.
my farm girl forearms, for
I like that. Yeah, my COVID thing that's like so it needs.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So it's moving brisket. Like I probably
Yeah.
the first thing you're in front of it is that you have a stick burn where you actually burn like real wood.
Yeah.
Offset.
Right.
Usually a pellet guy.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to judge it, but like I just feel like
Yeah.
even if the taste isn't there, in my mind it is because I feel more love on it too.
Yeah, for sure.
Stick burning as opposed
Yeah.
to just that's
Yeah.
No, I think that's 100% true. And I feel like in this world where we're living in right now, where people are relying on machines and AI and all of this artificial stuff, I feel like there is a resurgence and a longing for those days when you knew your local baker and you came to see them every day for your loaf of bread for dinner. And maybe, I really think that that is a big reason why we have been so successful is we've been very forward with the fact that we make everything in this bakery except for the sprinkles. Like that's our kind of pathway.
Yeah.
Like every
Sprinkles.
icing, every filling,
Yeah.
every topping.
Yeah.
Like Justin grows most of
Yeah.
the herbs that we.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
He's starting to grow like actual vegetables,
Yeah.
and hopefully the
Yeah.
tomatoes will work
You
out.
guys have a
But
chicken farm?
no, that would be
That would be
cool. That would be great.
All the egg
But-
prices are okay right now.
I know.
right?
That's right.
But no, I think that people long for those days. And so I hope to see more businesses like ours where it's personal, even yours, like you're speaking to someone, you're not, sending them to a call center, who knows where. Like it's about humanity and it's about connection and community and always been our
But
focuses.
I definitely think this community is a great place for something like this to happen.
For sure.
It's a perfect spot for it.
Yeah, everything said, I 100% agree with it. People ask about AI all the time.
Mhm.
I'm just not concerned. First of all, I've used it, so it's like it's still got lots of features.
Yeah.
I use it all the time, but I just think it's a misunderstanding fun. There's a misunderstanding of what you can do. So human beings
Yeah.
are relational,
Mhm.
like value oriented creatures that will always want relationship with other people.
Yeah.
Always. So
Definitely.
it doesn't. Humanity will always go on. But I agree with you. Especially I have 4 dogs. People that listen know I have 4 dogs. So we watch all of them Disney all the time.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the live action ones specifically.
Yeah.
When Emma Watson's like right through the jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like I wish I lived in that information.
Yeah. Yeah.
The lives are great there.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I love that. And that's really like what I envisioned the bakery being was the neighborhood spot. Like I love that we are seeing kids grow up.
Yeah.
We're seeing
Born and grew.
yeah, born and grow up, and our regulars are. It's just beautiful.
I'm gonna have like my first bite.
Right?
The first food these kids
Yeah.
eat down the sourdough.
Honestly, I think I will probably cry for a week when the first like kid grows up old enough to get a job here. Like
Oh,
that,
yeah,
I look
yeah.
forward to that day so much. Like, and there's kids that are already
Yeah.
like,
Get
"Oh, we're
close.
here," you know? And I'm like,
Excited.
okay, dude, yeah. So I just
It's weird because we're not aging at all.
no, I
Same.
yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I am just incredibly proud of what we're building here, and it's just an dream come true. So
So before you mentioned that you were applying for a graduate degree.
yeah.
So what were you getting a degree in?
English literature. I wanted to teach college English, with like a Shakespeare kind of emphasis. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm really glad it didn't work out actually, because academia is a nightmare.
Feels very different than other things.
Yeah, for sure, totally different. I do so much math, like so much math. No, I think I've always really loved creating things with my hands. And so it feels really great to I didn't expect to like the physicality of owning a bakery as much as I actually do, but it feels very satisfying to come home after a long day and have like the physical feeling of knowing that I worked hard. Does that make sense?
It does. Absolutely
Yeah.
does.
So
And for yourself, you were able to do.
yes.
I find like
Exactly.
working in negotiated corporate environments, like it's just different, but like every movie make is perfect, is on purpose.
Yeah.
Like because you're bought into what you're trying to do. Corporate environments, you kind of got to do a lot of things you just
Right. Just gotta
it
get
doesn't
through
really
it.
make sense.
Yeah.
But you're
Yeah.
doing it because they said to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you worked in the kitchen. Was that entrepreneurial or was it
It-
more for I guess commercial? Was there a boss involved or?
For the one where we met.
Well, yeah, right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or you talked about before. Were you always kind of entrepreneurial? I guess.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, my minor's in small business and entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So while I was teaching, I'd work with local business owners, restaurant owners, and stuff like that, and do consulting on the side.
Okay. All right. So it's not totally surprising to end up or
Not at
having
all.
one business.
Not at all. And the funny thing is, I always said I'd never own a restaurant, but I still don't. Restaurants.
Yeah.
Still good.
Well, caveat there. Totally different.
But the whole idea behind designing this space too was also to bring in the teaching aspect into the business. So
Yeah, we have had so many people constantly since the day I opened the door asking if we could teach, and that's not really something that I want to take on because
That's a lot.
it's a lot. It's a lot of organizational, and I'm not a very patient person.
Well,
But Justin's great at it.
You have a solution.
Yeah, I think that's been one of our benefits as partners is he has strengths that I don't have and vice versa
Yeah.
as well. So, and yeah,
yeah.
it's been nice to have someone to pick up my slack, I guess.
So what does the teaching? What does that look like? And you don't feel like you have to divulge if
Yeah.
you got some secret plans. But what does the teaching look like out of the baker?
All sorts of different stuff we're looking at. Obviously, we'll do some baking classes. We got to figure out the logistics on that. Have ideas on
Okay.
the sourdough.
Yes.
One of the
Just tell me first.
one of the first ones I'd like to do is knife skills because people always love that.
Oh.
Learning how to properly use a knife.
Lose
Lose a finger.
That's what I was-
Like, how to properly lose a thumb.
no thumb. Actually,
Is it like a BYOK thing? Like, can bring your own knives?
that and we'll have our own as well. I'm going
Nice.
to show you how to sharpen knives and all that. Various other classes, maybe different types of cookery. Learn how to properly pan fry stuff. Sit down, eat afterwards.
So not even just bread based.
No, everything.
Oh, everything.
Everything. I also like to do like date nights here. Maybe convert this into a little dining room or something.
Yeah,
I mean, we have a lot of ideas. It's just time and effort. But
that's a
Yeah.
great idea.
I mean, anything. I mean, kind of like what you see at Central Market, recreational cooking classes. They do all sorts of stuff. And then we've also talked about doing, like you see, the extensive baking classes that you see. They're like 3 days long. We've talked about stuff like that as well.
Like a series,
Like a
I think
series,
would
yeah.
be great. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
We have a lot of
variety-
goals, yeah.
variety, yeah.
We have a lot of plans, so
Do you do much? Do you do much on social media? Like a lot of social media stuff?
constantly. Yeah.
Do you ever do
Constantly.
like videos, like little teaser videos, like how to bake or cook on social media?
Admittedly, I have not really done a ton of process videos, mostly because we're busy. Like, that is something that I would like to focus on a little more as we grow our baking team. We've just hired a couple people, so that should free up some time on my part to be able to actually create content like that. But yeah, no, I don't know that I will ever be like, this is how you make sourdough, but more like from a marketing aspect to be like, we do actually make all of this stuff here, if that makes sense. So I try to remember to take some footage on our prep days. Tuesdays, we're all here just prepping all day and we're closed. So it's just us bakers like making a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So I try to at least snap some photos because it's always really kind of fun and pretty and I don't know. But yeah, hopefully one day we'll have more content like that.
Is it hard to get the cadence? Like when you're cooking, like you beat out, is there, I guess in your case too, like the lead time for creation is so long. Is it?
Yeah,
is that
for
hard to manage?
sure. We're always so usually I think where I struggle with that is if say we have like a really slow Wednesday. I've already mixed the dough for Thursday by the time we know that Wednesday was slow. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's where that kind of comes into play is where we
Yeah,
don't have a
the-
ton of time to plan.
Predicting
ahead.
demand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Predicting demands are very difficult. in that
Mm,
aspect.
It's been a struggle here because we obviously there was a lot of hype when we first opened again here. So we were incredibly busy for like 2, 3 weeks.
Sure.
Then we had a pretty slow week, not like awful to be
No.
worried about, but just drastically slower from the
Yeah.
week before.
Not typical, just seasonal.
Yeah.
Mhm. And I really have no idea what to expect this week. So
Come see us when it's
yeah, exactly. It's just really hard. It's
How
hard to
much of the
predict.
created food is able to be kind of repurposed or I don't know if that's the right question.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, a lot of it. The sourdough, typically we'll slice and freeze it. We have a freezer that folks can go grab from, and that's what we recommend if you're not going to eat the sourdough within a couple days anyways,
sense.
slice
Yeah.
and freeze it. So that, and then things like if we have cinnamon rolls left over, I'll make bow stock out of them. I do a lot of bread puddings with different stuff. What else I'll do?
Yeah, sometimes if we'll have focaccia loaves, he'll make sandwiches, or he'll do like a savory breakfast casserole sometimes. Like
Oh,
we
yeah,
have
okay.
some jalapeno cheddar focaccia that was just not a hit one day for whatever. It's in the freezer. So the next time we know it's gonna be busy Saturday, he'll pull it out and make like a breakfast. It's called a strata.
I see.
Yeah, we're
Um,
pretty close to zero waste.
Yeah, we that really prioritize not wasting anything as much as possible. Like Saturday, we thought we were going to be slammed because it was a holiday. It was busy, but it was not nearly as busy as we thought it was going to be. So my daughter, who's our Saturday cashier, she just made 2 giant boxes and we brought them to the fire department and the police department.
Yeah.
So
Shoot.
even if I have to give it away, like
Right.
I would always rather give something away than throw it out.
No,
So we really try not to throw anything away as much as possible.
And you guys do sandwiches out of here as well?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we do like grab and go sandwiches. They're in this fridge back here.
Okay. Yeah.
And then on Fridays, Justin makes pizzas as well, and those have been pretty popular.
Yeah.
So it's like a Sicilian style pizza.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
the thicker crust. Yeah.
It's almost like a focaccia
Mhm.
pizza. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, we do a lot of really fun stuff, and it's more fun to do it with more space.
Yeah.
So how many
It's been a lot more efficient.
Yeah.
employees are you up to now then? That's
Um,
broken out by type, I guess, cashiers, bakeries.
yeah, so we've got 4 cashiers, and then we've got 5 bakers,
Oh wow, that's just
including
Yeah, I
us.
think that includes us.
Including
feels
us.
like a lot. Then.
Yeah, and then we've got 2 dishwashers.
Okay.
So one is my son who only comes in on Saturdays, so that our other dishwasher has a day off.
Fair enough.
But yeah, we just hired 2 additional bakers. So yeah, so we're up to 5, including us.
Right.
So
Do you get I don't know how this works. Like, do you wholesale? Like, is that something that you could do or think about doing? Like,
yeah, now that we have more space in hands, I plan to try to do that more. In the past, it's just been people coming to us. But I would like to, once I have more time on my schedule, I plan to go around to businesses and be like, here's my bread, let us bake for you,
Yeah.
please. That's better than what you're serving.
yeah, it makes sense. Like restaurants, even if you, I mean, I don't know what kind of demand they have, but like when you go in, like you're
Yeah,
looking at like bread that you just know is, I mean, it's more corporate. It'd be great
yeah,
to have it.
Yeah,
I have no idea what the demand is. Like, that would be, I feel like that'd be a massive undertaking.
that would be.
yeah,
That would be.
Significant.
Yeah.
for sure. I
Yeah,
definitely
but we've
plan.
been
Go ahead. No, you go.
we've been supplying to the local restaurants.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
That seems like
yeah.
a good step.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I plan to stay local. Like I would like to stay with people who we can like we know of a pizza shop that I would really love it if they would just let us make their focaccia. So I would like they would do like focaccia sandwiches. So I'm definitely gonna go in and try and twist their arms a little
Yeah.
bit.
I love it.
But yeah, I definitely local, definitely small, you know.
What would you say to, uh, like this is near and dear to my heart because I spent, like my parents, were the boomer generation. I feel like even going back, like the boomer generation, I think they were marked with a lot of industrial growth, just
Mhm.
massive economic growth
Mhm.
during their lifetime. And so there's so much space for them in corporate America to do whatever they wanted. I personally feel like the millennials like bought into that, like, okay, go to college.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you get there, like, this is
That's what we were
this is
told.
not what we
Yeah.
this is not what we
Yep.
thought, you
For
know.
sure.
And I just see so many people just dying every day in
Mhm.
corporate America, just
Mhm.
Yeah.
a little bit more, just dead every day. Like, what would you say to entrepreneurs? I don't know if you agree with that, but what would you say to people who haven't quite done that entrepreneurial thing and really bet on themselves, as it would be called? And what's kind of been your lessons learned by really doing great, having success here?
Thank you.
I mean, you guys, the trajectory is incredible.
Man, I say if you have an idea, do it.
Yeah.
Work. And that's what it takes really is grinding and working and making connections. I mean, we've been lucky,
Yeah.
not lucky, we've been pushing hard to make connections and to get to where we need to be. I mean,
Yeah. I think I don't know, I'm trying to think. I feel like entering into any sort of entrepreneurial venture with the mindset that it's community over
Yeah.
competition
yeah, that's
has been key for me, I guess. Even from when I was baking at home, because I was able to connect with a lot of other bakers who, even if they weren't doing, they didn't do like sourdough bread, for instance, but we might both make chocolate chip cookies, but if I didn't have room in my schedule, I would send them to them and vice versa. And I just feel like, sometimes entrepreneurs go into this thinking that the world owes them everything,
Yeah.
and you really just have to be willing to work for every single modicum of growth
Yeah.
that you get
Yes.
and appreciate it and then give back as well.
it's got to be a passion project.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Because you're not guaranteed to succeed at all.
for sure. Consistency,
So-
not giving up at the first hurdle,
I feel like becoming an entrepreneur myself, like I just feel like I just love other entrepreneurs. Like it's just
Oh, for sure.
like,
Yeah.
you're just instantly bonded. You know what I mean? I just feel like there's groups of people. I just feel like entrepreneurs are like, man, I get it,
Yeah.
man. Like I don't know. I think that bond of just feeling like I'll take it in my own hands and I'll
Yeah.
figure it out. And
Yeah.
like I don't know. I just feel like it develops the potential of the individual in a way that's hard to explain to people who
For
haven't
sure.
done it.
Mhm.
We're dreamers, we're dreamers, and we're willing to do whatever it takes to get it done. And I
Which
think
is
that's
a
like,
significant amount of things.
yeah,
It is.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
What
Many hours.
Yeah. And again, there's nobody else. Like, there's just something about you. There's something about an individual that gets unlocked when you know
Yeah.
it's on you. Like, there's nobody to call.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, even me being sick, I mean, I can't call in sick. I've got to come to work.
There's literally nobody else.
And that's what not only do I have to, I want to.
Yeah.
So that's what makes the key, I think, to being a successful entrepreneur. You want to be there, do it.
Do you guys have a favorite thing you make here? I'd be curious, like, what's your, like, what's
It's boring, but it's
Just-
mine.
that's the right answer.
Just a straight regular sourdough
Just a
bread.
loaf
It's my
of sourdough
favorite
bread.
thing. Yeah, I will never not be fascinated at the magic of combining flour, water, salt, and my sourdough starter, and the next day being able to pull a loaf of bread out of the oven. Like I just love it so much. It's my
Driving home, we may have enough leftover baguette that I rip into.
I've
Yeah.
tasting better these days.
That's great. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Love my baguettes.
for
Well,
sure.
well, what about, so you got this? Any other vision or plans or anything else? You don't have to, again, don't feel like
We
you
have
have
a
to,
lot.
Yeah.
Like I personally, my like 5-year vision is I would love to bring an actual farmers market to this parking lot back
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Like with actual like artisans and growers, and we have a handful of vendors that I know create everything they do. They pop up out here on Saturdays, and I would really love to turn that into even just once a month, like actual little farmers market out there. Because that's how I got started, was
Yeah.
doing markets, and
Yeah, providing a space for
yeah, for other businesses would be great.
how did you go from like when you enjoy, like you I don't know if this is something led to, but you start doing it and this is like an outlet, like baking is an outlet.
Yeah.
This is fun. This is good. Did you ever feel like when the thing that brings you joy kind of becomes a little bit of work? Like, do you ever feel like I'm going to have to recalibrate my feelings towards this, or is it still something that you just the joy of just baking is just
Yeah,
how does it through?
so this isn't my first like business, like side hustle at least. Like I used to sell crocheted like hats and blankets and stuff.
Love that.
I did a couple like MLMs, and I being a military spouse, like I did what I could to bring in money for the family, while also being like the default parent,
For
so
sure.
I think that the fact that I still willingly get out of bed at 2 o'clock in the morning,
Oof.
4 days a week,
That by itself.
4 to 5 days a week, working 65 hours a week, like it means that I'm doing the right thing, and that I have not lost that willingness to get up and come bake. Like that means that this is what I was meant to be doing, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
It does, yes.
I felt that with other ventures, and I have not felt it with this, and it'll be 6 years next February, so of just baking bread and selling it. So
That's awesome. Congratulations.
yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Were you? I just thought this. I just didn't wake up early. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm just not an early riser. It's so glad you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all appreciate it.
I became an earlier.
It's hard going to bed early,
Yeah, that's the problem.
especially with kiddos.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is becoming a customer. What about you?
I mean, shoot, when I walk into the kitchen, that's home, so I never feel uncomfortable and feel like I have to push myself mentally. This is home. This is what I'm meant to do. This is what I'm loving. But my favorite part of it is all people that come to see us.
Yeah, for sure. It makes it worth
So,
it,
Yeah.
It makes it- for sure.
I think that's the thing. We were talking before the podcast started, or Paul ended it up, but we're talking about how I dressed as an elf, and the name of the podcast is Elfish, because like the elf thing is so ridiculous, but it's an outlet to find joy to survive the
Yeah.
things that are harder.
Yeah.
And that's the people, the
Mhm.
thing they enjoy it. Like you just have to make some sort of fun game out of it. Like
Yeah.
there's always heroes and challenges.
Always.
Definitely.
You guys doing a great job.
Thank you.
I can't be complimentary enough. If you haven't seen the new bakery, you should get out here Wednesday to
Saturday.
Saturday.
9 to
9 to 2.
9 to 2. It's funny. We're sitting here in front of the front door, and people keep coming up. I would say a handful of people have come up in a little bit of a recording.
Yeah.
You could probably be open every day if you wanted.
Yeah, if we
if you
wanted.
wanted to.
Yeah.
But you need those days off, right?
We need more people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
working on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, make sure. Hopefully, people will rally and come around and check out the new space and be ready there. So
Thank you.
Hey, thank you guys for joining me.
Of
I
course,
really
man.
appreciate it. This is a great topic you got.
Yeah,
and
for
it's
sure.
very
It's been
exciting.
fun.
So thank you guys.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.